Alright everybody, welcome to the Sky Hazard production coverage of the final round of the Rock Road Rumble back 9 at Carrollton Park. This is round 2 of a 2-round event. Andrew Presnell has a 2-stroke lead over Zackeriath 12 under and 10 under. Aaron Walther is 7 under and Alan Hooper is +1 for the tournament. Andrew came into round 2 with a 5-stroke lead, I believe, and it's been cut down by 2 now. We got Van Man Disc out of Swansea, Illinois, sponsoring the tournament coverage. Smoking Aces Disc Golf supporting, and as always, the St. Louis Disc Golf Club. I'm joined on the mic today by Aaron Altstadt. Aaron, welcome.
Hey guys.
Let's finish it up. All right, hole 10, going to the C pin, par 3, 365 OB on the right side. OB long, the basket sits right before that OB drop off, so you're looking at some depth putts on anything that's short of the pin. And like every hole on here, if there's not OB on one side, there's heavy vegetation down the left. Tournament coverage is provided by Prodigy Disc, great tournament sponsor for this event. The Killer B Series is a 2-day B Tiers Rock Road Rumble on Saturdays, Southside Showdown on Sunday. Here we go.
Zackeriath sending it out wide. It's a great shot.
Great shot. He's definitely going to have a look at the basket from there. He's sitting just a little high. He's right on the edge of the hill where it starts to drop off. They cannot see the pin from where they're at. It's in a deep left spot, much like hole 2 with that drop off right behind the basket.
Aaron with the lefty look here, hoping to get that turnover.
Aaron's been showing us all the other ways that these holes can be played.
Ends up a little short. Andrew hoping to follow Zackeriath's line here.
These two are really locked into a battle right now. Andrew has the tournament lead, but Zackeriath has the round lead.
It's a little bit of cabbage, ends up a little short.
Short and left. He's going to have an obstructed upshot. Remember, Zackeriath's up there on the edge of that hill. He's going to have a look for a birdie. Allen's
putting everything into that shot. Pinches himself to the left. Might be out with a look.
Aaron, tough shot. He's got to throw a forehand to get around the left side trees.
With that amphibious right-hand roller.
With that amphibious right-hand roller.
Grass slows it down, but just enough for the...
I mean, great, yeah. Trees right on top of him. Another forehand right-hand roller. There's that slope. It drops off of the wall, but stays inbound. Sidewalk is inbounds.
That's amazing that it didn't go out of bounds.
Especially when the disc dropped 3 feet.
It just drops. Andrew out of the bush. Keeps it low.
Gets it out. Look, there's the difference that he had, and it stayed in. That's a great save.
Yeah, great putt. Aaron from circle 1 with a death putt behind. Checking his time. Finishes it off strong. Andrew also taking his time, lining up his putt.
This is for par.
Zackeriath.
Carding a birdie.
Hole 11, we're going to the A pin location. It says 545 feet, but
it's listed on scorecards 450.
And we're all downhill. You got some heavy vegetation on the right, OB left.
Forehand's your safe play. Forehand skip shots might be ideal if you can trust it to get on edge. Anything backhand, you got to worry about it turning over, especially if there was a head one here. It's calm right now, so your backhand might not be too bad if you get it out there and it hyzers back. But if it sticks to the right, you're really hurting yourself. This pin's tucked off to the right, but there's a group of trees that stick out in front of it.
Zackeriath with the amazing forehand shot, pin high.
Yeah, it takes everything out of question. Just upswing will throw a pin high and be fine with it.
That's one thing I need is a 450-foot forehand. Aaron with a turnover shot.
Needs it to hold it. He didn't. It came out early. He's going to be close, somewhere right around circle 1, front half of circle 2. But he's going to feel like he's much further than that with the amount of stuff between him and the basket.
Andrew going with the turnover backhand. And he just grip locks it.
Straight right. Way early into that. Allen trying to follow Zackeriath with the forehand here.
He turns it over.
He turns it over. He needs that disc to get back. Really hoped that it would have turned back, but it somehow got on edge and skipped back in bounds, and it just stayed out there.
Andrew hoping to get around this bush between he and the basket. And drops just shy of it. Allen just putting it right under the basket.
Great recovery shot by Allen. Aaron now trying to throw it up and over the trees. Barely gets through.
Made it out.
Zackeriath for birdie from circle 2, pin high.
Just shy.
This is the safe par for Andrew.
Tough footing position here.
Off the back. It's definitely one to want back. Just that left side. Not a lot of chains over there on these style baskets. We really need to be hitting close to middle.
Aaron coming out of the bushes, hits his putt. Saving par. Same as Zackeriath here.
We've seen some spit outs for this tournament. And that's going to be one that, giving up a stroke.
Zackeriath really could have made that interesting, hitting that birdie putt from circle 2.
A 2-stroke swing probably would have tied it up. Hole 12. This is one of the shortest holes. We're going to the A-pin location, 230. Straight at it, there's a tree or two directly in front of the pin. The OB does not really come into play on this pin location. Really just throw something, park it, and get your 2. Anything less than a birdie on this hole, and you're going to be losing ground.
Zackeriath with the forehand shot just short.
Yeah.
Just couldn't keep it up in the air.
Yep. Shortest, flattest hole in the course right here.
Very nice and easy.
Gets through. We'll have a look at it.
Still got a tough putt.
It's going to be around the trees. Can't tell if that limb was in his way. Andrew has an opportunity here to make up some ground.
And he's not going with the forehand. Turnover back in. Looks like it's going through the trees.
That's all he wanted right there. Yep.
Allen taking that forehand route up and around the trees.
Needs it to skip, throws it, just sticks. I was going to say it throws it long, but it just stuck right here. Alright, Zackeriath has to get through this gap, really needs to make this one. You know he's going to give it a run. There's really not much danger behind the pin.
After making up so many strokes, he wanted that one. Cheese and chains.
Chains off the left side. Allen from circle 2 will catch. What a catch by the basket. Great putt. Great birdie.
Aaron from the woods line here.
This is for 2.
Off the front of the basket, just needed about an inch higher.
And Andrew to take a stroke back. Zackeriath cleaning up his hard putt after that tough missed birdie opportunity. Even though he was circle 2, you wanted it.
Hole 13, we're going to the A pin location, 650 feet. We've got OB on the left-hand side, a little bit of vegetation on the right.
It's a gradual uphill climb to the first landing zone where that the first OB marker is, and then it kind of tier steps up to the pin location from then. If players like the forehand approach, they want to be near the OB road left on this shot. If they like a backhand to a straight approach, then they're going to want to be more in the middle of the fairway to set up their positions. Andrew with an absolute crush, getting it pretty much as far and as close to that next gap as you want to be. Anything further and you'd be in the trees from that point on.
Looks like he's got a tough second shot here. Allen also pumping one, sends it pretty high. Ends up in almost the exact same location.
Yeah, they're both going to have a look through a gap straight at the basket. It's going to be a favorable backhand. Allen might have a little better looking forehand look. Aaron's going to have to throw that turnover towards the road.
And by just putting it right in the same location here.
There's the gap that we're talking about. These guys are making this hole look easy. They're putting it right where they want it to go. If you get out of position on this hole, your second shot could be really tough.
Zackeriath also pumping one out there.
He'll have that left side look. I think he stayed in bounds.
Getting testy with that OB line. This just does not look like a friendly tough shot here. Hits the early tree, but just outside circle 2 it looks like. Allen, a little bit better looking approach. Might be circle's edge.
Andrew's going to have to run uphill. He's got a gap there. I mean, it's wider than it looks on camera. It's just the approach with the footing up to it.
Great upshot.
Zackeriath did not go OB. He's going to take the inside forehand route as opposed to the wide hyzer forehand route. He's one stroke back at Andrew. Needs to stick something close here.
Clears a gap, but ends up probably circle 2.
It's going to have work cut out, yeah. Aaron the same. It's going to have some work here for this one. Just right of the basket. A great upshot. Get your par on here. Zackeriath from circle 2.
Wasn't that bad, and he gets it.
What?
Great birdie putt.
What a putt. That's going to tie him. Currently, him and Andrew both 12 under. Andrew can make this putt to take a one-stroke lead.
Anticipation is killing me.
off the front of the cage. So there we go. Zackeriath battled back. Allen off the front of the cage. Just not able to catch a break. Aaron's going to tap out his par. Andrew will get his par, moving on the hole 14. 410 to the B location. OB down the right side. The road comes really close to being into circle 1. Anything that skips right on a forehand or turns over too much on a backhand will end up out of bounds and could spell disaster. Anything that's a wide hyzer could be OB early, so that's something to flirt with. The trees on that side kind of prevent that unless it's the turnover.
Zackeriath going with the backhand here.
Just an absolute crush, just airmail it to the basket, a little long even. Great shot.
Great shot. Andrew hoping to follow the same line.
He turns it high, hits the tree, knocks it just about straight down. And he's probably going to be settling for a par, barring a great throw-in from that distance. Allen here, needing a birdie to get back to even on the tournament. He goes right of that tree, out over the OB.
Skips. Doesn't make
Does
it back
not make
in.
it back in. So he's going to be out of bounds, but the question is, where did he go out at? Was he back by the tree? Did he cross in at any time near the basket?
Aaron throws it up short, but he may have a look at it.
Andrew's first to go.
Just hoping to put it under the basket and kind of lessen the damage here. Still sends it a little long for a tester.
How'd that left for par? Definitely would want to be closer. Aaron's from circle 2. From this angle, you can tell he's going to have to throw an anti-putt to get around those low lying limbs. Oh. They gave Allen the spot about pin high. Very generous spot. Great location to be, considering he could have been much further back.
Zackeriath
With the birdie.
almost no chains necessary.
Capitalizing on the errant drive by Andrew to take a stroke on the card and a solo lead for the tournament.
Andrew taking his par, moving on.
Aaron for par, and then we'll have Allen for a 4 after going OB on the drive.
I have a question. This guy's chair, is it attached?
It's the fold-up chair, but he wears it as a backpack, and he's been with the group the whole time.
I've
Yeah.
noticed him carrying his chair like that the entire time.
Yes. Pretty smart. Don't have to fold it up. Just set it down and done. Thanks again to Smokin' Aces for their sponsorship of the tournament coverage.
Hole 15, we're going to the A pin location, 275 feet. Really looking to cash in on those birdies here. Looks like a couple of our forehanders here will have a nice friendly look at the basket.
OB doesn't come into play much on the left side for this pin location unless you have something that trails off and stays out there.
Zackeriath puts it, looks like just outside of circle 2. Looks like he's got a backboard of trees there.
Presnell on the box now.
Going with the backhand turnover, it looks like. there's a gap and
Great shot.
15 feet from the basket. Put some pressure on Zackeriath to hit his putt.
Aaron throwing his lefty hyzer.
Catches some cabbage.
Came in early, yes it did.
Still within circle one.
Allen. Looks like a forehand angle. He's long. He'd have a great look at the B pin location. So here we have Zackeriath. Circle 2 putt. Chains it. He's hitting them down now.
On fire. Allen trying to catch some of that too, just couldn't convert
again. Yeah. 2 of the last 3 holes he's went off the front of the basket, and would have been putts to bring him back to even on the tournament. Andrew needing this to keep up with Zach now.
Taking his time, cashing in on the birdie.
Easily enough. Aaron, I believe this putt will take Aaron into the top 3 for the tournament. Aaron cashing this in. He's in a tight battle with 3rd place. Hole 16, par 4, 550, OB on all 3 sides of that basket. The trees down by the basket on either side really make you think about where you want your second shot to go. Players are going to be landing down in that first turn and then just taking a nice approach to it, get their 4 and move on. Zackeriath turning one over here on the drive, and then hyzer's back out towards the middle of the fairway after hitting the tree.
Looks like he's just outside of circle 2. Andrew just missing the tree up and hits the second tree.
You niced him.
I niced him.
Here's Aaron's tee shot, heading towards that OB, and he too is off the tree. Allen with the forehand.
Sends it up high, keeps it out of all the trees, puts it almost right next to Zackeriath's shot here.
Purest drive of the 4. Cleanest drive of the 4.
Aaron hoping to lay it up under the basket.
Wonder if this is a tough left-hand up shot with the trees that are down that left side and the OB long. He came in hyzered out of the shot early.
But he's got a circle 1 putt.
Definitely his wheelhouse.
Andrew also hoping to just put it under the basket.
Gotta be careful not to let anything glide too much. They go long OB.
But you also don't want to end up short.
Like that.
Circle 2.
Zackeriath, forehand up shot.
Skips a little long.
Perfect
Looks
shot there,
great.
yeah. Within 10 feet. Allen, longest drive of the day on the hole.
Almost skips over.
Stays in. Sidewalk is inbounds. That grass is inbounds.
Andrew from circle 2.
Must make now. Just on the front 9, we were saying how everything Zackeriath had was must make, and it's turned the tide off the top of the basket.
Top of the basket. Allen cashing in for
Great
the birdie.
putt. He's catching them now. Baskets are catching his.
Aaron from circle 1. Also hits the putt.
Great putt. Not to be outdone, not to be big putted at all. Andrew's par putt.
Almost spits back out.
And now we got Zackeriath's birdie.
Hole 17, we're going to the C pin location, 295 feet. Very forehand or lefty friendly. You got a low ceiling coming off the tee. So just trying to skip it up to the basket.
That forehand shot you speak of, wide forehand, it's around the trees. Really has to fight back to get to that pin location though. You don't want to leave it out wide at all. Just like that right there. He's going to have a very long second shot. Birdie look, this is an opportunity for Andrew to stick something close. Aaron right up the middle, getting just past that first pin.
Alan also going with the forehand look, but he's not taking the
that
outside route.
up the
He hits
middle.
an early tree and rolls backwards.
Yep. So where can Andrew capitalize? Up the middle with it.
He's going to follow Aaron's route here. And
Just
puts
crushes it. Circle
almost a
one
circle
putt.
one.
Yeah. Yeah, if Aaron's C1, then we know Andrew's going to be in there. Aaron off the front of the cage. So as Andrew comes up here, he makes this. He's going to gain a stroke, be one back off of Zackeriath. Zackeriath already threw his up shot. He ran it to it, tossed it up there, didn't even think about giving it a run. And now with that birdie, Andrew is 14 down. With a par make here, Zackeriath would be 15 down going into the final hole.
And here we have everybody cleaning up their pars.
So we started the tournament, or we started round 2. Andrew was 5 up on Zackeriath, and now it is a one-stroke lead by Zach over Andrew. Hole 18, OB down the whole right side. Par 4, 480 and a deep pin. There's not much opportunity for a scoring difference here. You get to the first zone there where they kind of split, and then it's get close to the basket, get your 3, and be done.
A couple of guardian trees here you got to get through.
Small gap right off the beginning, but if you go wide enough, you'll get around them. Everybody's just going to try to throw out to this opening, and then the challenge on the hole just comes with getting close to the basket. It sits on a mound. You want to have a putt that you have faith in. So Andrew and Zach will be the last 2 to throw on this final hole. And Andrew cranks one down the middle. Great shot.
Zackeriath also.
He throws one low. It was low and short. I think the cameraman had to get out of the way of a car there. So he's just in front of Aaron, actually, on the left-hand side. Aaron's second shot to the pin. That'll be circle 1. So Zach, he's up against the pole as well.
Little obstructions make all the difference.
Especially with this kind of pressure on. One-stroke lead. Great forehand. Great pull, though.
Great
Circle
shot.
1, yeah. He's got that left for the tournament unless Andrew can throw one in from where he's at.
Alan hoping to get that birdie and end up even for the tournament.
So Andrew's just got a simple hyzer out kind of towards the OB.
Bush in his way just makes it difficult as well. Almost puts it in the
Great
basket.
run. Yeah, so again, this hole, there's not a lot of opportunity for scoring separation. Get out to the open, get to the basket, get your 3 and move on.
Aaron really hoping to cash in on that circle 1 putt.
Missed putts would be where it's at. Yep. Zach off the chains. So
Off the chains, that hurts.
1-stroke lead. This is for par, and Andrew's going to come up to his disc with a birdie putt to tie him up.
Aaron taking his time. Cash in on that birdie. Andrew also getting that birdie. Almost looked
Andrew
like
got the birdie. Aaron got a par. He actually missed his up shot, or his third shot, and then a birdie for Allen. So 2 birdies, 2 pars. We're tied. We're going back to hole 1 for a sudden death playoff between Zackeriath and Andrew Presnell. Zackeriath Johnson here fought back from 5 down.
Sudden death playoff. Par 4, 738 feet. We've seen it before.
Andrew, again, first time on this hole, he was out in the middle of the fairway. Now he's on the bushes down that right side. Zackeriath throwing second here. Trying to avoid the same mistakes he made on the first go by being out to the right. And he clips it but gets through. He's going to have the better second look. Andrew's greatly obstructed. Can only pitch out from here. Any forward progress is just a blessing.
Just being able to get your disc around a throw is a blessing.
Yeah, it's great out. Zackeriath's next shot lands just on the edge of circle 1. Andrew needs to put this underneath the basket to put the pressure on him. He's looking at a 4 at best at this point.
Sends it just over the basket down the hill.
That's makeable for him. Zach knows it. He's got this for the tournament.
And cashes in. What a great win for Zackeriath here.
And a great tournament. Like for these guys to put on this show, long day, sun setting, and then they're going to come out tomorrow. Well, they're going to come out the next day and battle again. So that'd be Southside Showdown. Check that coverage out, Skyheiser Productions. Thanks for watching. Aaron, thanks for being here. Let's get a recap of the leaderboard.
Recapping the leaderboard, we have Zackeriath here with -15. Andrew Presnell also -15.
Aaron Walther battled back to be 9 down, solo third after being in a tie for 7th. Corey Fulkins, Max Anderson, both 7 under. Luke Sampson, 6th down. Couple ties for 7th. Shout out to the St. Louis Disc Golf Club for supporting Skyheiser, allow us to come film it. Take it easy.